These are the freshest, grooviest, and most cutting-edge shaders of 2022. If you abide till the end, you'll hearken unto some exciting news. Everything in this film is linked in the description. Number 10. If you've ever watched Purple and his friends play Minecraft Bed Wars, you've seen this. Sildur's enhanced default, with a twist. Venture into the settings, and go to colors, cross-process on, shadows off, ambient occlusion off, sky, God rays off. And this is what you get. This one may not be cutting edge, but it sure is fashionable.
Number 9. Sildur's Extreme.
It was one of the first ever Minecraft shaders, and it's still being updated today. And obviously, it's really well made. Number 8. Complementary! Complementary. This stuff, this literally built into the shader. Oh look, it is little ship. This was probably the most popular shader of 2021. And it's for good reasons. It's pretty much perfect for what it is. The water is extremely clear. It's got spectacular specular, and there's literally nothing bad about Complementary. Number 7. Raspberry. This shader is on the list because of its unique artistic taste. Ever since I knew about this shader, it's attracted me because of its uniqueness. For example, the bloom has 5 points to it. It's like every light source has a pointiness to it. And the fog is amazing. It also has a nebula in the sky every night. This is what the light sources look like. There's also little things that you notice over time, like the ambient occlusion on blocks, and how glorious the overall tone is. And whenever I play with this shader, I always feel like I'm in raspberry fields. Okay, ready for some more advanced shaders? Number 6, ApolloRT. This is the first ray trace shader on this list, which means that light interacts with things how it would in real life. So if we go inside here, you'll see that every light source is a different color. So here's all the colors in ApolloRT. Here's some natural light sources. And you can even see that the light coming in from outside is also ray traced. This is what ApolloRT looks like at dusk. Wow, this is actually really good dusk. Nighttime is when some of the qualities of this shader really start to come out. I hear a spider. Shift. When you sneak, it sends out a signal, and it highlights all mobs. Oh, that's not good enough for you? A skeleton? Ah! There's flashlights. When you hold a light source, it turns on a ray-traced flashlight in the shader. What is that? Ha! Can't creep up on me now. Number 5. NostalgiaVX. There is a non-ray traced version of this shader, but the ray traced one's way cooler. I mean, look at this. I mean, come on. The clouds literally have 2 layers. And we're going above the clouds. Oh nope, there's still more clouds. This is designed to make you feel really nostalgic about Minecraft, and it does. Here's all the colored light sources. Here's the natural color light sources. Here it is at dusk, and here it is in the middle of the night. This is one of the only shaders that does this, but when there's fog in the air, and there's a light source, the fog lights up with the light source, just like this beacon. This is absolutely amazing. Imagine having beacons around your base and they all do this in the fog. Number 4, MollyVX is one of the best shaders, especially in terms of colors. Here's all the lighting blocks. Here's all the natural lighting blocks. And you can see that the colors are very refined. Plus, you can change all the colors in the settings for each lighting source. Also, it's got really good indirect lighting. Here's Molly at dusk, and here it is at midnight. And now for number 3, KappaPT. This is definitely one of the more refined shaders on this list. It's got pretty good water. Here's underneath. Very good water compared to most shaders. Going inside the light building, and you can see that it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. This is at dusk. This is at midnight, and we can see that the fog has the same feature as Nostalgia. It has that colored fog. Also, after rain, there's a rainbow. I must mention that this shader probably has the best clouds by far out of any shader. Another thing, see this over the horizon? Colored concrete powder. You can literally use any colored lighting in this because all of the concrete powder emits light. Number 2, SEUS PTGI. The reason this is at number 2 is because it is extremely refined and it has very, very good artistic tastes. For example, this water. Another example, the colors. Another example, the amazing outlining of the grass. Let's go inside the lighting room, and as you can see, very beautiful. And over here, the natural light sources, also amazing. The phase of the moon affects how bright the night is going to be. Another unique thing about SEUS PTGI is that lapis lazuli and emerald blocks emit light. Phenomenal! Number 1. And this shader isn't just one shader, it's 2 shaders. Continuum. Now here's the problem. The version that I'm in right now isn't the version that I want to show you. Why you can't show version, I don't understand. Well, it's because the version's not out yet. Focal Engine is a client for processing shaders just like Optifine, except it's going to be way better than Optifine. Focal Engine is currently being developed by the Continuum team, and the reason why it's been taking so long for them to update their shaders is because Focal Engine is so cool and so good that they spent still working on it, okay? And they're waiting for another version of Focal Engine to be finished before they release the new updates to their shaders. They actually sent me some screenshots of the Continuum 2.1 update in progress. It's going to feature various upgrades to volumetrics, ambient occlusion, and weather. Here's me explaining Continuum RT from another video, since it hasn't been updated too much since then. They're aiming to totally remove Optifine and have shaders totally rely on Focal Engine alone. The things that they wanted to do with RT were so beyond Optifine's capabilities that they literally designed their own mod. There are many good things about this shader. First of all, it's totally not done. It's extremely early in development. First ever path traced water in a shader. Look at this. You see that? Refraction. Bam. Look, okay, actually, look at this refraction. This is so cool. We've got a fire. Now, this is so far my favorite light source in Continuum RT, because the light actually changes when the fire flickers. My first experience with this was I was exploring a woodland mansion with Continuum RT, and part of it caught on fire and I didn't notice. I could see the light from the fire on the wall of part of the mansion, and I literally got adrenaline from it. It literally kicked in ancestral human instincts. It was so realistic. This shader has the most potential out of any shader we have ever seen so far. They're going to be upgrading Focal Engine to C++ and Vulkan, which has never been done for lighting in Minecraft before. This gives so much more opportunity for this shader. Best thing though is that Continuum RT is not the only shader that is able to use Focal Engine. Any shader can use Focal Engine. Not many people know about some of these shaders, so if you leave a like, it'll spread this gift out to more people. Bye!